Alright lads, what is up? The title is probably named one of the worst trading days I've had in a long time. But yeah, there's gonna be the trade recap going over what was bad about today. And yeah, so first of all, today is the 10th of October 2024, and I took 2 trades, both were losses, and yeah, one of them was impulsive. And so yeah, okay, let me just go through the chart real quick. So at NQ we have this fair value gap right here, and we've got that's basically it, to be honest. That's the only thing that I'm seeing right now. So that's NQ, daily time frame. Is anything on the weekly? No, not much, apart from this weekly fair value gap. But it shouldn't have anything crazy about it. So we had this high right here, and we had these highs right here, and we had taken them out at New York AM session. So on the 4 hour we had this big fair value gap. So we had this big fair value gap right here, and yeah, we respected that at 10 AM. So also 1 hour, we also respected this 1 hour fair value gap here, which gave me a bullish outlook on the chart. So we had equal highs, respected 4 hour fair value gaps, respected 1 4 hour fair value gap, respected 1 hour fair value gap, and yeah, so I was bullish from that. Onto the 15-minute, we had this little chop, and I think we did have SMT as well. Let me check. I'm not sure if it was high time frame or not, but we will see. Yeah, we had SMT. Yeah, so we had SMT from this low to this low, and that had me looking for an entry. So yeah, I did miss this entry right here, and why? So 10 AM close, and then yeah, we literally just we came back to it, but it doesn't really matter much. But this would have been the best entry that the market had provided, and that would have been a BPR right there. But anyhow, there would have been a breaker here as well, from this candle, and we respected this breaker nicely. And if you could have entered on the 5-minute here, and that would have been really nice. But I didn't see that breaker before, so we also made a breakaway gap over here. So we had accumulation, manipulation, first fair value gap after the accumulation, which is the breakaway gap, and we should not come back down to that. Moving on, we had a nice order block right here. Where is it? This one. So we had an order block right here, and actually wait, no. This was an order block in my opinion, right? But order blocks are meant like at the time I thought that was an auto block, but now I know it's not, which is good. I learned that, alright? And why isn't it an auto block? It's because it hasn't swept any liquidity. And yeah, so this auto block isn't valid. And I actually entered off of that. Going into, I need to log out from this. And sign in here. Alright, so these are my executions. Where is it? Why is it not showing my executions? I probably have it off. Yeah. Alright, so these are my executions right here. I entered off of this order block right here, and I got stopped out instantly over here, and that was the end of the order block in my opinion, which wasn't, because first of all it's not even an order block, and yeah, that's basically the main point. We also had so it's bought there, stopped out there, and then again we had another order block that was created. Oh no, not another, but the only actual valid order block, and that was swept liquidity. And then we had big displacement upwards, which means that this is now an order block. And yeah, so I entered off of that, and we had a fair value gap there as well. So entering off of that, I also got stopped out, having my stop there. Yeah, so stopped out at like, see, in like 6 minutes I got stopped. Is it 7 minutes? Wait, no, it's even longer. Right there. So yeah, in 10 minutes I got stopped out. But that was unfortunate. So why did I get stopped out? Going into the 5 minute, we had a rejection of that 5 minute fair value gap, and it had been respecting that pretty nicely. Do we have any? I think we did. No. Okay, so we didn't have anything else on there, but we had that 5 minute fair value gap, and we ranged between there. And in a way this trade was also impulsive, but it was actually pretty valid. It was a fine trade to take, but that's kind of the only problem, that we had that 5 minute fair value gap here, and if I had waited until we inverse this, which happens here at this candle, let me mark that out. So we inverse on the candle before that. Wait, is it? Yeah. So we inverse on this candle, and from there we could have looked for some entries. And let's see if there was actually any entry here, because I haven't looked. Huh. We did have this BPR. Did we make any fair value gaps before that though? Yeah. So we had a fair value gap here that we did actually tap into, and then So we tap into this fair value gap. You could have looked for longs on the lower time frame. Yep, that's a sweep. That's an order block. So you could have entered here with a nice a very good trade. Yep, to that low, to that high. So those equal highs or data highs. We did have CPI today, by the way, so just to let you know. But yeah. So when we inversed, we could have looked for longs. And I feel like everything below here was kind of just blurred a little bit. It was just choppy. It didn't really have anything obvious. So yeah, we literally just chopped around and then we started going higher from there. But yeah, accumulation, first fair value gap after that accumulation phase, and we have a breakaway gap here, so price shouldn't come down back to there if it was to go higher. And yeah, that's basically it. And why was these trades impulsive? Well, first of all, with this trade, I was basically trying to force something that wasn't there, and that made me lose on that. That made me lose, right? Being impulsive, not even a minute had gone by, and then you just get stopped out, right? So that's something that I need to work on, and especially trading in school, where there's like people around and stuff. That feels a bit like you need to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? You need to prove something when you really just don't. And then this trade, I took one right here when it tapped into this fair value gap, and then I took another when it came down to this order block. Right, so then it then just stopped me out at there. So this was my this fair value gap was my stop, and which risk management wise wasn't bad, but it could have been better, because when I saw this 5-minute fair value gap, and I did see it, when I saw that 5-minute fair value gap, I should have actually just exited from there, from that position, and just waited for a different opportunity. But again, I was impulsive, and that I just felt like, oh, let me get lucky please and go higher. And that's literally the gambling mentality that like a lot of people say traders have. And yeah, I did have that sort of mindset where, let me just get lucky with this one trade and I'll fix everything after. But that's not how a trader should go around that, right? And yeah, that's basically it. Having said that, today was actually kind of clean, but kind of not at the same time. 11 a.m. after was clean. Everything 10 a.m. before was terrible. And we had this accumulation right here. We had the models inside models, and fortunately, I just couldn't get that. What's the word? Get that lower time frame entry. So we had this accumulation, manipulation, and we would expect a distribution, which I did. We had 4-hour fair value gaps getting respected. So we got 4 hour for value gaps getting respected, 1 hour for value gap getting respected, bullish bias. We had more accumulation here in the AM session, and then we came higher after that. We just didn't distribute like crazy. I mean, we didn't manipulate and then distribute. We just distributed. So accumulation, manipulation, distribution, reaccumulation, distribution. And then we had those equal highs taken out. I'm happy that my daily biases and everything is like good in terms of being consistent per day. Like I know when or where price is heading, right? But I think now the only problem is getting into that trade that takes me up to that area where I can profit off of, right? Instead of getting stopped out instantly and then going to my TP, right? But I think that's it for the day. I did, let's see, I have indeed lost a lot for that day, and also I'm just gonna go back to using 1 micro unless I know that my trade is like A++, right? If there's like an obvious trade, then I'll just take it with I'll take it with more, but I think I'm just gonna stick to 1 or 2 micros. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with 1 or 2 micros because I have or when I'm in school, right? And yeah, that's basically the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my trade recap. Yeah, that's basically that. Alright, see ya. Bye.